Caitlin Clark is a perfectionist. But she isn't 100% and won't be for a bit. Patience is key. The Indiana Fever guard swung around the wing, took a handoff from Sophie Cunningham and drove toward the baseline. Unable to back down her Atlanta Dream defender, Clark instead circled back to the middle of the lane, bounced off that defender and finished her shot through contact, giving the home team a 67-65 lead with 46 seconds left in the third. Stephanie White flexed and yelled in celebration from the Indiana coach's box. Cunningham on the near sideline and Lexi Hull from the Fever bench across the way simultaneously raised their arms and motioned for the shot to count. And the crowd lost its ever-living mind, celebrating the start of the eventual 7-0 run. Most nights, Clark would have further colored the scene, letting out a massive roar and pumping up the crowd before assuming position at the free throw line. But that was not the case Friday night. As the celebrations unfolded around her, Clark walked to the free throw line and calmly slapped hands with a couple teammates. It was an uncharacteristically nondescript reaction by number 22, one which spoke to her health status for Friday's 99-82 win over the Atlanta Dream. Clark was in visible discomfort and occasionally outright pain at points throughout the game, a result of the lingering effects of a left groin injury that sidelined her the past 2 weeks, 5 games. That translated statistically to 12 points, 9 assists and 2 turnovers, but with a 5-4-17 mark from the field and a 1-4-7 mark from 3. She looked frustrated with herself throughout the first half, then shifted focus and began hunting higher percentage looks in the second. Muscle strains aren't like a broken bone which require a cast and typically carry a standard recovery timeline. They necessitate a day-by-day approach and can be very touch-and-go. To that end, Clark felt good, for the most part, following pregame shoot-around, but acknowledged she's still sore, as is to be expected while recovering from this sort of injury. That's probably the given from here on out because I haven't played much basketball recently. It's been very on and off, she said. I think I've done a great job over the past 48 hours since our last game ended of getting treatment and doing everything I can to put my body in position to feel good tonight. Clark is back, but she's nowhere near 100%. That's probably frustrating to hear in an era of instant gratification and is easily lost when wading through the toxicity of social media. But it's reality, and when asked about Clark's shooting performance following Friday's game, White maintained the same mantra: patience is key. I'm not worried about Caitlin's shot, White said of Clark, who has gone 9-4-29 from the field in her first 2 games back. She's recovering from injury and plays heavy, hard minutes for us, while being at the top of every defensive assignment, she continued. We're so used to seeing her make tough shots, and to be able to do that while recovering from injury is going to be more difficult. That's part of the reason why we want to make her life easier and get her easier looks. Because it's going to continue to be hard. We just have to help her navigate her own frustration, because she's a perfectionist, as most elite players are, and she needs to be able to give herself grace in those moments. But every shot she shoots looks like it's going into me. The Fever point guard is averaging 16.9 points, 8.6 assists, and 4.9 rebounds per game this season. In Friday's win over the Dream, she had 12 points and 9 assists.